Time now, 8 o'clock, and welcome to 3 News on WKYC+. We're going to bring you a live look right now outside this morning as portions of Northeast Ohio under a winter weather advisory.
That's right. The first snowfall of the season rolled in overnight. As you get ready to head out the door, remember your morning commute to work, school, it might be a little tricky, so make sure to drive carefully and bundle up. I want to say good morning to all of you. 8 a.m. now on WKYC+. I'm Dave Chudowski.
I'm Danita Harris. We continue our team coverage this morning with senior meteorologist Matt Wentz, who's been tracking the radar all morning long. So what's happening now?
Yeah, Danita, we're seeing an uptick in the activity. The lake effect snow really hasn't been going yet. We had a little bit overnight, gave us kind of, cosmetic coating to what you're seeing, 1.5 inches to 2 inches out there. But the bulk of the snow is still yet to fall for some of us. A lot of us aren't going to see much more from here, but I'll show you kind of what's going on in terms of the radar. We've got weather impact alerts today through tomorrow morning due to that lake effect snow. And you know how that goes. It's highly variable where you get into the snow and then neighbors down the street don't have anything. Live shot right now, courtesy ODOT out in the Brunswick area. Roads are fine, but keep an eye on that slush on the side of the road. That's where we're seeing some of the accidents this morning. You're getting caught in that. North winds at 20, feels like 20 over at Hopkins with some snowflakes flying around. Here are your winter weather advisories to go for much of the day. So in terms of the radar, everything kind of fizzled out for a little while as the winds were shifting out over the lake. Now that they've shifted, the lake effect can get going again, and you can see that uptick here over the last hour or so. We've got good flakes flying. These are big old fat flakes near the Weller area, just north of Ashland. I-71 as you get down towards the Ashland area, starting to pick up some of that snow intensity. We've got snow falling in Wadsworth right now. This stretches into the Copley area, up into Boston Heights, and eventually Peninsula, Richfield area picking up some snow. Cuyahoga County, it's scattered. You get a hit, then it backs off, hit, backs off. We've got the darkening skies, though, as the lake is getting more involved. And eventually all this will push back out into Ashtabula Lake, Geauga County, where we're actually seeing some sun peaks here this morning. Cold air, though, that's the big story. This is going due south. Gulf Coast, watch out. I mean, they're worried about citrus crop in Florida. This is so far reaching down to the south for this early in the season. But for us, what we're going to keep an eye on is this Lake Huron connection. That will likely continue to trigger snow here, mainly in the Cleveland area that will transfer out towards the primary snowbelt later today. So we're not done. We've got snow in the forecast throughout the day. It's going to be a cold day. Coming up in the main forecast, we'll tell you how much we're expecting and where. And we've got a big bounce back in terms of temperatures. Wait till you see this one. We'll share it with you in just a little bit. Meanwhile, Briss is tracking these snowy, slushy roads this morning.
Snowy, slushy, slick. We're seeing it all right now, especially right here. This is 271 at Route 8. We are seeing it almost as beautiful snowfall coming on down, but the roadways are pretty clear. ODOT has been very busy all morning long, icing, plowing, and also just a reminder when you do come across the snowplow to give them some space. Over 50 accidents involved snowplows last year. That record coming from ODOT on their Facebook page. So we want to reduce that number, of course, so give them some space to do what they need to do. Taking a look at the big picture map, we're tracking several accidents, but if you take a look where all the icons here, a lot of them down here in the Summit County area. The most significant one that we are seeing right now is along Route 8 in these northbound lanes on the entry ramp to get onto 271 northbound. We are seeing lots of stop and go traffic because of that. In fact, between 76 down here and 271, going to take you about 44 minutes to get through there right now. And just south of there, we're also tracking an accident that actually caused a road closure on along Route 30 in these westbound lanes. Eastbound lanes, you got green lines flowing all the way through here. This is just west of 77. So between 77 and 15th Street, those westbound lanes are closed right now. Danita.
Thank you, Brissa. Well, as we know, the first snow of the season can mean slick roads, and our Candace Hare is out keeping an eye on how drivers are handling those conditions. And Candace, I understand you just got to the Grafton area. What are you seeing there?
That's exactly right, Danita. We've been a little all over this morning, starting Cuyahoga County down to Summit County, then over to Medina County, and now we're inching our way into Lorain County here in Grafton. And I'll be honest, these might be the best roads we've seen all morning. Not a ton falling from the sky right now, but as you can see earlier on in the morning, they certainly did get a little bit of snowfall in this area. It makes for a bit of a picturesque view as we make our drive, but no issues out here as far as the road is concerned. And I mean, we've heard this all morning. Roads all throughout the area, whether it's some of these country roads. We were just on Grafton Road, which might be the most rural road we've
All right, we're having a little
in fact, as of 5 minutes ago, ODOT says they have 7,
Okay, yeah, we are having some technical difficulties hearing Candace right now. We'll check on her a little later. Right now, we're going to continue our team coverage of the first snowfall with David Greenberg. He's also live on the road this morning as well. So, David, where are you now and what are conditions like?
Danita, good morning. We are in the Warrensville Heights, heading towards the Beechwood area right now here on 271, and you can see conditions very moderate this morning. Really nothing all that bad out here. You can see some of the snow is out on the grassy areas, but here on the highways, traffic moving steadily. We're going about 60 miles an hour, and we're getting passed by some people here too. So traffic definitely moving very swiftly here this morning. So I'm here in the car with my photographer Tim, and you know, him and I were going back and forth, and I was trying to think, how can we make this hit a little bit different? Well, when I get to go with him, for those of you who don't know, he's got 42 years in this business. So I figured, let's talk with him and see what advice do you have?
Here we go.
What advice do you have for the people at home?
Well, I got to be careful here because some people forget their patience, their manners when the first snow falls. Also, how about getting new tires? Can we get new tires, or at least somewhat new? Because there's too many people with bald tires, number one.
It's a safety hazard.
So it's always tires, it seems like. People get all backed up. Number two, give yourself distance. Don't get on people's bumpers and ride it like you're doing an e-check. You know, just be careful, be thoughtful.
You can see we got plenty of space in front of us.
Yeah.
The car in
got a couple hundred yards. Yeah.
So, Tim, in terms of winter, this is not really a traffic-related question, but what would you say is like your favorite comfort food when winter time comes around?
No question.
I know you're a big chili guy.
How you took it out of my mouth. I mean, chili with some onions, some crackers. Life is good.
Life is good. Life is good out on the roads, too, this morning, Danita. That was Tim Coffey, folks. Some life advice. 42 years in this business. He's been doing it. I got to say, he's a wealth of knowledge. Every time I get in the car with him, I'm lucky to be able to learn from a man like him. And I mean that, all seriousness.
Yes, we are very lucky, and as he said, no bald tires out on roads like this. The bald tires will get you, and I hope you do enjoy a nice bowl of chili, onions, and crackers. Spoken from Tim Coffey, 42-year veteran of this type of stuff. Thank you so much, Greenberg. We'll check back in with you later. Make sure to stick with 3 News until 9 a.m. for continuing coverage of the first snowfall of the season. We will be back on the air later today at noon.